the nature of the 3 goals conceded in the first half was very frustrating.
Yeah, they seem to cut us open very quickly once they got a run and they opened it. Now, Hoagie made 2 tremendous saves off 2 of the shots, and normally if you get some kind of look, you deflect it over the barrier, you deflect it wide, or someone comes in, the save is made. But it was just the story of the day. They were just so quick on top of everything in that first kind of 20-25 minutes, and if it made us look a bit flat-footed. So that's something we have to revisit. But yeah, we had chances as well, but against the team when Clare are taking theirs, we needed to kind of give ourselves some hope and stay in the game. But those 3 goals really pushed the game to a place where we didn't think we would be.
The next 2 weeks important is for you to see which players you can rely on, which maybe I wouldn't say mail it in, but like you'll find out a lot about your players in the next fortnight. Because to go to Limerick after the performance last night, it's as tough as they come.
It is, yeah. Look, they're all Ireland champions, they're Munster champions, and you're heading into Gaelic rounds. And when Tip have the upper hand, when Waterford have the upper hand and Tip, they're not going to let us go down. So they're going to battle it, they're going to bring it to the game. But yeah, look, it's all about building this team. It's about building leaders. It's about building players that. And letting them build their bonds and those connectivities that you need when you're on a field, when you're fighting for your life. And these players were fighting for their life, and in fairness, they brought a big fight in the second half. Like, I think we hit 15 wides, which is, and I think we hit something similar below in Walsh Park. So we're not doing ourselves any favour. And we definitely had 2 goal chances in the first half, if not 2 again in the second half. So we're not doing ourselves favours and maybe that comes with experience, or maybe. But yeah, it's something that would give us I suppose, a handle on the game when we can take the scores, when we do create scores, because we did create scores and Clare created scores, but I can only look at our side of it, and we did create enough to bring the game back into the melting pot, but it just didn't happen for us.
Colm, can you see a passage to the All-Ireland series?
Yeah, look, we never really looked that far. Initially everybody said ourselves and Clare were on the bottom half at the top of the table, and Clare have bought a big game, and now they're really in it. I think they're playing Cork here next Sunday, so they've so much to play for, and now we're really, it's going to test our character. And we knew the 2 games coming up, Limerick and then Cork here, Cork loved Thurles as well. So every game was a big game, but yeah. And we wanted to win them all. I can't say any different. Like, it's not like we went out and said we'll try and contain this group. We went out trying to play it our way. We asked the players to have the courage and have the confidence to try and do what we're trying to get them to do in training. And yes, when it looks good in training, we look awesome, and I think we can beat anyone. And then you get thrown back like that. So it's going to test the character of this team, and it's going to test the development. But as I said, we're building people. We're building players like this, and we're trying to build this team. So. It doesn't happen overnight, even though I would still think that on any given day, if we click and we get it right, we can drive into anyone. So that'll always be my belief. So it didn't happen today. We're going to go at it, and we're going to hope it's going to happen. We're going to try and make it happen next Sunday week.
Tommy was on the sideline. He is appealing that.
He is appealing, yeah. That's going to Croke Park, yeah.
Sure, Brown got that goal at the start of the second half, but 5 wides either side, I suppose, was.
Well, you see, that's the nature of it. Like, for a kind of younger forward line, we just need to be more clinical with it. There has to be a bit more authority when they're taking those shots on, and that will come because they look back over it and they see the Waterford game where we actually got it back to a point with maybe 3 or 4 minutes to go, and we had 3 or 4 chances. And yeah, look, when you're 13 points down, you get a goal, you need to back it up with a couple of points either before or after it, and that's when you build momentum, and that's when the team really starts digging in more. But yeah, look, every miss we had was like a dagger, and it gave Clare more energy. But I thought the first 20 minutes we really brought a big game to Clare, but unfortunately it didn't happen for us on the scoreboard, which needed to be.
The 2 injuries disrupted things as well, Colm, for you.
Yeah, Craig was an unusual one going down the full back, and Brian had to step in there fairly quickly, and and then obviously John McGrath looks like he's done something. It looks a serious injury, and I'm just hoping it's not what it is. But nobody likes to see a player not finishing the game because they put so much into it and they've done so much to get onto the first 15, and then to have to come off because you're injured it's not a nice place to be, and we're just hoping they're not long-term injuries.
The fact that you call it the first press conference, was that the players looking to address things, or that the players called you in? Was it a
No,
bit of a
we
debrief?
always meet with them, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just a debrief, and they're
Yeah.
already the lads that they've done an extra bit of work above in Morris Park, so they're all together. So I don't want to be holding them up like they give enough time to what we're doing here. So once they're ready, I'm in with them, and that's all my first priority. Yeah.
After being so sharp last week, Colm, do you think maybe the exertions of last week, could you see them in the players a bit today? Or?
No, not really. No, we were in a very good place going out at 25 to 2. I thought we were going to go bring a big game, and I thought we would be the team that would be pushing. We would be the team pushing for the goals and trying to open clear. But yeah, look, we did it initially in the first 15 minutes. I think we, as I said, a couple of goal chances, and when you don't take them, and the opposition take them, especially when they're in a place like Thurles, it does drive them on, and it's a great place to hurl, and there is a lot of open spaces, and they made them count. When they cut through, they cut through quickly, and yeah. So look, no, I wouldn't have anything. We fought as hard as we did the second half. We brought a bigger fight than that, so it's nothing to do with that. It's just our own mindset and what we can bring.
Colm, you had to start today without a few of the leading lights over the last number of years, like, and you're a new manager here, like you're a very experienced man. But I think the Tipperary hurling followers will have to be patient and give you a chance. It's very hard to come in as a manager and hit the ground running, and I think it's going to take you a while to put your stamp on the team, is what I'm saying, and find new players.
Well, I never look at it like that, because I'm in here to get the best out of this tip team and what I see inside their training. I think we can bring it to any team, and that's the way we're training. And yeah, look, Brian Lohan is in his third year with Clare, and they're really working hard. They've got a good system, and there was a lot of pressure on them. And I know Liam Cahill is in his third year with Waterford, but I don't think it doesn't matter how many years. Like, you can just come in and things can happen quickly. And I was hoping they would. Like, a couple of small margins and things might have been different in Munch Park. We could have got something out of that. And yeah, this is a big setback to us now, but we just have to show the character of the team and see where we can go.
Could Seamus be back at all in 2 weeks' time?
It's difficult, yeah. He's got that infection went into the bone. It's really a big setback to him, and it's devastating for him, because the actual bone is healed, the injury is healed, it's the infection now and the AV that he's taken. So that's it's going to be difficult to see him back.
Thank you, Colm. Thanks.
Thanks, Tom.